Right, so today you join us at Aston Eyre fishery. Now I've been coming here a little bit in the matches, a couple of matches, and I just to tell you what, if you haven't been, you need to come because the fish are massive and they're dead aggressive, and it's just good catching them. It's great carp fishing now. Now the carp have stopped messing around, swimming around, spawning, really getting their heads down, feeding. And one of my favourite ways, I'm just going to catch a few fish for you and show you my simple rig of how I go about it, is catching fish on short pole and our pellets. This is where you can catch some big bonus fish on that short pole line later on in your match or your session, or it's at the start as well. So being geared up right and having the right tactic and the right tackle is really important. So first of all, because the fish are going to be averaging like 8, 9, 10 pound, there's an odd smaller one and there's a lot of bigger ones as well, like 15, 16, 17 pounders. I want to make sure I can get everything in. So I've just gone for a 17's Jura slip, just because it's nice and soft on the strike, but I've got the power there that I need to. I just don't want it bottoming me out in the lake and snapping my rig and stuff. Then I've got 019 mainline. Then I've got one thing I've been really using a lot recently for my carp fishing is the diamond float. Just think it's nice and strong, never let me down. It's got a nice big tip so I can fish big baits like an 8mm or a 6mm pellet. Just nice. It's not going to let me down, that's the main thing. And then literally my shotting pattern is dead simple. Just got a strung out shotting pattern. Then I've got 6-inch hook length, which I like for me all my carp fishing. 015, and then a size KKM in 16, and just banding an 8mm pellet. So what I'm going to do now is do that now for you. Try and catch a couple of carp and see how we get on. But just band an 8mm. See how we go on. But one thing it's been here, been fantastic fishing today. We've been filming actually today a revisit from a members channel, so we thought we've finished doing that now. Thought why not make a little YouTube video just catching some big fish on the short pole and hard pellets. Now what I like to do is like feed 4 or 5 8mm twice, just get some bait down there, set that little trap for him, just keep it in position. Ooh, that was a bite straight away then. Right on the end of my pole. Keep it in position. And just been trying be nice and patient. Some big fish knocking around now. There's an odd fish topping. Hopefully we can get amongst them. Last thing I want to do is like throw loads and loads of bait in and just increases the chance of foul hookers. I just literally want to chuck my little bits of bait in, make a bit of noise, and just sit there and be nice and patient. Carp there, a bit of a weird liner. Just try not to strike it all any weird signs. That was a bit of a weird sign. I shouldn't really have struck then. Just want a nice sharp positive indication. Getting a little bit of signs now. I was fishing the peg. Oh. Some big fish knocking around. There you go, there's one. Straight into him. Plop them in short. Ooh. When I hook them, I just like to keep it up a little bit, just so it doesn't tear off too much. And then get back to my top kit as quick as I can, if the fish allows me to. Just because it's the strongest part of my pole. Just take my time. Just trying to net, but now one thing, like you can foul hook an oddin on this line. Ooh. Just because it can come in masses. Just bottoming me out. I told you they were aggressive. It's ridiculous. One thing I like to do is just keep the pole nice and low, and if you can feel the fish nodding its head, then it's a good start. You can play them a bit more, knowing you're safe. You're not safe, but you know you've got it in the mouth. You know everything's balanced, everything's right. Probably going to contradict myself now and lose it, but see these big fish, they're massive, big angry fish. See, he wants to tear off again. So much power, like it's the thing now, they've stopped willing around wanting to spawn, now they're just eating all the time. So maybe got him then. So we've been filming a little revisit for our members channel now. It's been solid up in the water on the long pole. A few little key things we've learned from it, but couldn't resist. There was a few fish topping it, like sticking their heads out at 5 metres. Some big fish, and just thought, right, well, just get a rig out of the box, literally plumb it up dead quickly, see if we can nail a few of these beauties. Look at that thing, man. One tip with carp fishing as well, always grab it on the spread of your landing net, saves you breaking your landing net handle. Just keep that 6mm there, just popped him in his mouth. Try and hold him up for you. One more try, if not, I'll just, like a long torpedo on that one, so no wonder he shot off at the start. So we'll get him back and try and catch one more. Look, them sort of fish, they're like real weight builders in matches, but what I like to do is just make sure, get a new pellet, make sure it's on. Nice fresh pellet. Flew off. And probably wet hands. Nice fresh pellet. Make sure my shotting's all correct. Just spread it back out again. And then we'll go again. Try and catch one more. You see the dead. If you had, like, say 11's hollow on there, you're just going to get bottomed out and it's just going to be an absolute nightmare for you. So put the rig in where we need it to be. Throw some 8mm in. Just waiting for that, like, solid. When you've got a lot of fish in your peg, you're going to get a few signs. That's why it's really important not to just go mad with your feeding. It's that same as always, little often's best. Just keep it going in. There's a little whack under them, but missed him. There we go. That was a proper bite, that one. So let's keep the pole nice and high. And see, he's not shut off this far. Look, that's why. I'm doing my rig. Wrap round. So it does happen. You just have to be a little bit more careful with the feed there. Pull that rig out. Lay the rig back in. Try and get in a nice. Sure, not laying it over a carp's back. Might have just pricked that carp then. I say if you can keep it high, just try and slows the fish's run down. Just a little off again. Just make sure. Don't worry, you are going to foul like an oddin. Because there's that many in here and they are big fish, they're going to move. You think them trying to move around your peg, they're not all going to sneak up in a certain way. So that there, you could have interpreted that as a bite, but just come straight back up. That was a bite. So just add a liner then, and then see where, like, see if you're on a big open lake, there's wanting to go straight in the middle of the lake. Just keep the pole low, try and guide him back. Last thing you want to do, well, see how much fun you can have. Like, we've caught one, we foul up one, and then just drop back in then. See, they're pulling back, dead angry. And it's what you can get on like a short evening session, just some fishery 8mm. Get stuck into some big carp in proper gear. To be honest, this time of year is nothing more enjoyable. A big mirror, that one. Looks like a nice mirror. Gone in the reeds here. So fish topping now. Look at that. Safely in the net. So I'm not going to lift him up because he is an absolute brute. Easy 10 pounder that one. But pop his hook out, pop him back. Now use them simple tactics, some 8mm pellets, nice positive rig, and catch big carp like that one. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see, don't forget to give the video a like and a comment below. But if you're looking for something to improve your fishing a little bit more, or really enjoy watching live matches or learning about new methods, or just general real in-depth match reports, don't forget to check out my members channel in the description below.